Hi, I'm James and I'm going to show you how to set up a motion capture suit with NAWO Live. So first we've got our box just here, and inside that box we'll find two USB keys. This one is a license for Access Studio and the other one is a receiver for the sensors. So we're just going to go ahead and plug that into our laptop, and it will do all the setup by itself. Next, we have the sensors, the star of the show, in 3 separate parts that just click together. At the back, you'll see a USB-C plug for charging, and you'll have 3 small USB-C plugs, all into a hub, and then a single USB-A to plug them in for charging. Then lastly, inside the case, you'll have a whole load of straps. So these are what we're going to connect the sensors to. You can see there's a holder for the sensors. Very usefully, just here, you'll see an icon showing which part of the body this is for. And to put one of the sensors in, we just make sure the red button is on the outside and the 2 connectors are going inwards. So that will look just like that. And then for the right body part, we'll put the Velcro through the catch, tighten it up, and then secure it on just like so. So I'll take this one out and then we'll set up the sensors and calibrate them before we put them on. And so the first thing we're going to do is launch Access Studio just here. Assuming the license key is plugged in, it will go straight to the project information. So we can open a project, or if there isn't one, we can just create a brand new one. So this is new 123. It takes us straight to the project, but there's nothing else we need to do in here. So we're going to go to capturing just on the other side. Now you might find that your kit, your sensors are already connected if you have something just here like I do. But if not, don't worry. All you do is from the sensor box, take a single one, hold that red button down just for 2 seconds, and then you start to notice a blue light coming on every other second or so. Then you're just going to put that back inside this case, and then after a few seconds you'll notice that blue lights are starting to pop up on all of them. At that moment you'll have all the connections here, and you want to click this green button just at the top for first. We're using PN3, click next, and then just leave the sensors on the desk on a flat surface. It'll start beeping away and just let it do its thing. Great. So now we can see we've got the model there already, moving around as I move the sensors. On the right here, we've got things like the device details just here. So we can double check the battery, the signal, anything else we might need to. But now we're going to go up here, the 3 lines for the settings, and choose magnetic calibration. Now this is a little bit like using your phone with Google Maps. You have to do this figure of 8 with your mobile phone to calibrate the GPS and calibrate the positioning, the accelerometers, etc. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So click connect, make sure you've unplugged all of the wires, click start, and then we're going to hold it out in front of us, and in motions of 3 we're going to turn it over. So 1, 2, 3, and then flip it back so it's flat. 1, 2, 3, flip it back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, flip. And then we can see here there's two sensors which didn't get calibrated. So that means they didn't get the movement as we were going along. So all we have to do is click OK, connect them again, and then we do it again. And just change the way that you flip the box at the end of each movement. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to flip it that way. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to flip it that way. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to flip it that way. 1, 2, 3. Flip it that way. And so you just have to keep doing this until you get all of them and you get the knack of doing it. So we're going to try it once more. And I think we'll get it this time. There we go. What did I say? Third time lucky. So now we've got the magnetic calibration. We're going to go back up to the settings menu and now do the steady calibration. So we click connect again, click start. Like it says, it's steady. Just leave it where it is, a little bit like the first one we did, and let it calibrate. Fantastic. So now that we know all the sensors are calibrated, now there's nothing else to do but put the suit on. So I'm going to go do that and then we'll carry on. Right, I'm back and feeling a little bit like a superhero. So all we're going to do is move on to the connection again, which is just here. And this is really useful when you're setting the sensors up. It shows you the positioning at the back and the front. And also do make sure you remove your keys, any AirPods, anything that might affect the calibration. So we're going to click next. Either sat down or like me, just standing up, and keep still with your hands to your sides. Great. So we're halfway there. We've got a model which is pretty good, but just to make it that little bit better, we're going to go click this new button which says calibration for all. So go ahead in there, make sure T, S and A are ticked. They're the easiest ones. So T pose is arms to the side. S pose slightly bent down with your hands just in front. And the A pose, nice and easy, just hands down by your side. Great, and now we've got a really, really good positioning on here. So what we're going to do is launch NAWO Live. And then in NAWO Live, we're going to see directly ourselves using the motion capture suit. So there's a few things I'll just show you very quickly on the live view. One is we can name the take. So maybe this will be called box, and we can add a description, picking up a box. And then there's a few things to be aware of. So at the bottom, we can choose a camera if we also want a video recording of what's happening during the motion capture. And so at the bottom, we choose the device. And then up here, top left, we choose the capture. So you'll see my ones from my laptop, which is a little bit lower down. And we can flip that camera around. So that's just me just here. Now, what we can do as well is just at the top, if we're having any troubles connecting, we can try to reconnect to the Noitom, the motion capture. We can hide what's at the bottom, and we can choose our initial results in Ruler or Reba. You can open them up to have more detail. And like I say, this is the live version. And then to record, you just click record down here at the bottom, and then that's going to save it to your project, whichever one you chose last time. So here you might take a recording of something like you're taking a box and you're putting it on top of a shelf, and you can see that as I'm reaching, as I'm stretching, then my body's starting to go red to highlight the danger that that's posing. And we'll have another video for you showing you exactly how to use NAWO Live, but I hope you've got your motion capture suit working, and I hope you're looking forward to using it very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.